In anticipation of these figures going up for pre-order on Tuesday, the 30th of January 2024, so that's this Tuesday coming, Inart have posted to their official social media, Facebook and Instagram, official prototype images of their Inart Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker that is, 2-pack and 4-pack, and in this video that's exactly what we're going to take a look at. Hi everyone, welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the officially licensed, the first ever officially licensed 1/6 scale Inart Joaquin Phoenix Joker from the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. So now I say it's the first ever officially licensed 1/6 scale figures because there's been loads of customs, there's been loads of third party, and there's been statues in various different scales, but we've never had an officially licensed 1/6 scale Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And by the looks of it, now we have 4 of them, or 6 of them, whichever. Yeah, no, it's 4 of them because there's a 2-pack and a 4-pack, and of course what we're looking at here, 2 of these on screen are also in the 2-pack. I did a video and a live stream on this yesterday. I'm definitely going to be talking about it with the lads on the Hope Show tomorrow evening at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, 3 PM East Coast, or midday West Coast if you're interested in joining us on that. So I will get their thoughts and opinions on this. Yesterday was kind of like an anticipation of these photos going up. I thought they might go up a bit earlier, but I thought because it went up for pre-order on the 30th, maybe that they'd release these officially on the 30th. But I suppose it makes sense to give people an idea of what they're going to be pre-ordering a day or two before the pre-order starts. In anticipation, see what they want. But I did a video on these, and I had got from a source that there was a 2-pack, potentially a 2-pack and a 4-pack. It wasn't official, and that the 2-pack was 1,000 and that the 4-pack was 1,500. But I mean, realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be significantly more expensive because those prices, I would imagine, are maybe the prices for buying in Hong Kong or China or whatever. And if you think about it, you're going to buy it from like a reseller, distributor, get someone to source it for you. They're going to want to take their cut. They want a slice of the pie, so that automatically will increase their price by 10, 20, 30%, maybe more. And then, of course, you're dealing with shipping costs, import tax, customs, all that kind of stuff. So I would imagine the 2-pack is going to be close to 1,500, and I'd imagine the 4-pack is going to be close to 2,000, but that's just speculation. I don't know for sure. Let's take a look at the difference between the two. So this is the premium version. This is the deluxe version. Their naming conventions are strange. If you remember back to their first ever figure, there was 3 SKUs. There was the sculpted Inart Joker, the Heath Ledger version, the single pack. Then there was the sculpted 2-pack, and then there was the rooted 2-pack with the diorama base and stuff like that. And people were complaining behind a paywall if you wanted the rooted version. I can kind of see their point as well. So with that, it was like the standard was the single. I believe, was it the premium was the I think the premium was actually the sculpted 2-pack, and then the deluxe was the rooted 2-pack, or something weird like that, or maybe it was the other way around. It was strange. So here you got like the deluxe version. Let's just have a look at what it comes with. So the deluxe version is a 2-pack, just like I said in the video on the live stream yesterday. I wasn't sure if the information I got was correct, but like thankfully it was correct. And I did speculate that I thought if they were picking out 4 instead of putting in all 4 of these, obviously 2 of these was going to be a 2-pack, we knew that. I did speculate they give us the start and the finish. Basically how he starts the movie is Arthur Fleck here on the right with the white shirt and the kind of brown cardigan and the kind of beige kind of hoodie and stuff like that, and then the kind of the blue pants and stuff like that. His civilian look, his regular look, he was depressed before he became the Joker and stuff like that. And then of course the Murray Franklin show, I believe that's the Robert De Niro's name and his kind of talk show type. I think Murray Franklin, I'm pretty sure I have that right. I believe that the name is on the base or something later on. Anyway, I did speculate it'd be the red suit version. It made the most sense. Most people I've spoken to, collectors that I communicate with on the Hope Show, or people in the chat, or comments, or watching our streams, it's the red suit version that most people are interested. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't they just do the red suit version and the steps and call it a day? John Inart's representative has said that Warner Brothers were a bit finicky with the license, and they basically said that this has to be a premium product, like has to be priced $1,000 or more. So if they just give us their Joker and the base, it'd be like one figure for $1,000. Even like the Inart rooted 2-pack, that's 2 rooted figures and a big diorama base and all the accessories and stuff like that for $1,000. So they have to, in order to get that value, to get it above $1,000, but yet deliver some sort of value, they've made it a 2-pack, and I think it was a good move, to be honest. So you get the red suit version, and it's a rooted hair, the green hair and the makeup. You get the Art of Fleck version, the civilian. I think every town in the world has a guy who looks like this, just a regular, normal guy. Yeah, civilian, kind of underwhelming, I'd imagine, character if he was just there on his own, the shelf. I think you need to pose the 2Ds together. I would pose the 2Ds together to show the start and the finish. You know, kind of like the Bubba Robot 2-pack, before he gets the armor back and after gets the armor back. Makes sense. Some people don't like that though, to pose like 2 of the same figure close together, but I think this kind of tells the story. You've got that a 1/6 scale chair. In fairness, that's going to be reused over and over again, you already know, and it's a cool accessory, just that the chair that would belong to the Murray Franklin show, or that movie set or TV show set, talk show set, should I say. You get it's just funny, a brown paper bag, that's quite funny. You have the kind of magician's wand, and then the kind of retracted version, and the version with the flowers. I think he was doing that trick when he was talking to Bruce Wayne. You've got the Joker mask that a lot of his followers, the people that he kind of creates this anarchy with, eventually use that as like a symbol, and they start wearing those. You've got the pill boxes, you have his journal, you have a cigarette, you have his card. I just noticed that there. That's the card that he had a condition where he can't control his laughter. I'm trying to see what these 3 books are. We've got like kind of a bluey green one, and you've got, let me zoom in on this, I want to see. I don't know what these are. You have the journal is the orange one, and I'm not sure what the other 2 are. I'm a bit at a loss here like that. If you know, let me know in the comment section down below. You have the cigarette, you have his the card, I mentioned that already, the mask, the nose, the gun. I'm trying to see what this thing here to the left of the cigarette looks like, some sort of a pen or something. I can't quite make it out. Yeah, we'll take another look at that anyway. And you've got the steps diorama, which I'm delighted they've given us that steps diorama, and I understand these are quite big as well. You might take a look at the blurb there and see the dimensions on that. You've got a set. You've got the lights. I think it's a nice touch. In the video yesterday, I thought I was imagining, but there's some sort of a curtain, and there's the curtain there in front, and that base, I wonder, is that removable? Can you just the base? If you look at, say, the Murray Franklin, you know, diorama base, just above where it says Joker, you have that little kind of a slab there of the ground, or the floor of the studio. I wonder if that removable, if you want to just pose him with that, that'd be kind of a nice touch as well. Right, so like, there's your 2-pack. What I've heard is this is going to be around $1,000, but that's local prices in Hong Kong or China. So, and again, that's speculation. Take it with a pinch of salt. Might necessarily be true. And I would imagine that this is going to be close to 1,500 by the time it gets here, to be honest. Okay, as in, I'm mentally preparing myself for bad news, like, you know. But I gotta say, these look great together. I mean, do I need 4 versions of this character? First of all, you know, I think this is a great movie. This is a great movie. It's a piece of art. It's dark. It's intense. Disturbing. Not a movie that I just, you know, put on after a long, hard day at work like that. It's depressing. It's dark. It's an intense movie. It's definitely a great piece of art. I appreciate it. I think I think Joaquin Phoenix did a great job, and as Todd Phillips, the director. And I'm looking forward to the second one. It's a unique take on the Joker character. I like the way it really focused on him. And they look great together, but I mean, do we need four of this character? I mean, if the Dark Knight is one thing, but I mean, I'm not sure. So you've got the red suit version, you got the Arthur Fleck, and then you've got the bathroom scene version, which is, you know, when he kind of starts his descent into madness after murdering the 3 Wall Street guys in the subway, and you've got the kind of Doink the Clown version. This is already getting, I wouldn't say a lot of hate. It's just that it's the least favorite out of the 4, from what I understand. I love it. I think it looks really cool. It's going to pop on the shelf. It's so unique. But I mean, it's kind of like, no, people just go, why do you have a clown on your shelf? Like, do you mean? But I mean, people will know the Joker and distinguish between the Joker and just a regular clown. But I think this one it's kind of like, it does remind me of the Doink the Clown from 90s WWE or WWF back then. But anyway, look, I think it looks super. That's definitely going to pop on the shelf. But I do think that's going to be one that's at risk of being parted out. Yeah, so you get the 4 different versions. You've got 3 rooted sculpts, and then of course you've got the Doink the Clown style mask with the green hair and the red nose and all that. Essentially, if you look at the 3 and 4, they're the same figure. The only difference is the clown version on the right has the bigger shoes. It has the kind of lab coat and the colouredy kind of blazer, suit jacket, sorry, and the flower, and of course the head sculpt. There's a lot different, but I mean, the outfit is the same underneath. You've got the mustard waistcoat, you've got the kind of colouredy pattern tie and the white shirt with the dots on it and stuff like that, and the pants are the same. So yeah, I like the way that they haven't they've just given us the 4-pack there. They were restricted in terms of price. It had to be over 1,000. This is going to be expensive, but they've done a bit to kind of, I suppose, give you value. But we don't really know that yet until if it's going to be value. This is priced at 3,000. There's no value here, I don't think. Like, it's not going to be priced that high, but it's not going to be cheap. So here, from what I can see, it's more or less the same stuff. But what's missing from the 2-pack is obviously the 2 figures, the bathroom dancing scene version and the kind of Doink the Clown version or hospital scene version, and all the accessories that come with him, because that's the same version that spins the sign, the everything must go sign. So the duffel bag here, the everything must go sign, these swap out hands on the right are the white ones, and the little tiny hat, they're all associated with that particular version of this Joaquin Phoenix Joker. So yeah, they won't be coming. But oh right, I see. The only difference in terms of base wise, in the premium version here, they've added basically, you can see on just underneath the steps diorama, they've added an additional stand or base, which I presume is magnetic. And touch your subject. I presume it's magnetic, but that's probably I presume that's the pattern that was on the bathroom floor of the dancing scene. I must go back and watch that movie again. I rewatched it recently, and it's probably a bad thing with this coming out, like, you know. But yeah, I did really like the movie. Solid piece of art. It's just not a movie that I rewatch over and over and over again, because it's tough going. It's tough going. Right, so I want to like go through all these photos. So yeah, 1,500 for this, 1,000 for this, but they are, from what I understand, local prices in Hong Kong. We're not going to get them. If you're living in Ireland or England, Europe, if you're living in America, Canada, whatever, you're not going to get those prices, because whoever you buy it from is going to want to take a cut. You're going to pay for shipping, maybe even import customs, you know the drill. So let's go back to the start of this, because I was really impressed by these photos, and I love the way that there was an absolute bounty of photos as well. There was loads of different photos, loads of different poses. So here you have it with the mask over it. I mean, very, very cool, really, really cool pose. I'm liking the suit. I do think though that the material on the suit, from my recollection, when he was, that song was playing, I think it's called Rock and Roll Part 2, and he's, down, the one. So he's coming down the steps and he's doing his dance, and it's the coolest scene in probably the whole movie, because he's got his confidence up. He's fully embraced the madness of the character of the Joker. I thought the suit was definitely, it wasn't a fitted suit. Again, I mentioned yesterday, I compared it's not like a Daniel Craig in Skyfall, when they were extremely fitted suits. They're really tailored. It was more of a loose fitting suit, and it kind of flowed the way it danced. It really worked. I think the whole thing as well, he's probably just pulled it out of the wardrobe anyway. Like, so he was a poor, he was living in poverty anyway, so he's not going to be able to afford a tailored suit. So it went perfectly well with the character. But I think the suit here, whatever material they're using, I'd have to rewatch the movie. I'd have to take another look, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. But then again, it's shrunken on the 6 scale. Some things are going to be lost. Looks good here. Then again, could be just a pose. I may stand a bit corrected there, but no, you know what I'm saying. Some things are not going to fully translate down to 6 scale. Looks good. I gotta say, it's a very natural pose. I'm really impressed by just the pose, the way he's sitting on the chair. I like the way they included the chair. The way he's sitting on the chair with the legs crossed, and even when, like, if you were to sit like that, the pants are going to come up and reveal the socks. I think they had an awkward pose in the prototype where his finger is up like this for some reason. I think it looks a lot more natural here, him holding the cigarette, and they do get the cigarette as well. I think they've done a great job with the head sculpt. I can really see the Joaquin Phoenix Joker here. I think they've done a great job. I think this is excellent. The paper bag is just hilarious. Like, you can already see people giving out saying that it's like just a paper bag. I can definitely see the likeness here. There's some pictures here that looks super realistic. I love this. I can really see it here now. Just from that scene, that when I see this, it just reminds me exactly like it was in the movie. I think they've done a great job with this. See it again there, yeah. I think that photo looks a little odd. Still, you know, like an 8, 9 out of 10, but I do think these are better than the prototype images that I've seen before. There was one in particular that was really good. That's really good. Look at the detail on the edge of the first thing I'm noticing here is the edge of the trousers, the way they've been roughly cut and all little threads and stuff hanging down. I hope that translates from prototype to real product. Dodgy kind of off-white grey socks. I think like molded shoes then. Yeah, they don't have real laces. I think the DX11 had real laces. I don't think the... Let me see. No, the Joker, the Heath Ledger one, they seem to be sculpted laces. I think the DX11 had real laces. They seem to have softened the Widow's Peak. I think the original prototype image was like this, and then there was another one at like Wonderfest or something like that. And it was kind of a very extreme Widow's Peak, was a bit pointy. It seemed to have softened it a bit, which I do think is more accurate. Again, I'll have to just compare. I think the hands look great, just all the wrinkles and stuff like that in the knuckles. Cigarette looks good. I think they've done a great job with not only these prototypes, but a great job with the photography. I think the photography is very good as well. That's spot on. That is spot on. The hair, the makeup, the sculpt, you can see Joaquin Phoenix underneath it. Obviously got the rolling eyes as well, I'd imagine. There's a really close-up photo of the art reflect that I'm trying to get there because I was showing it to people earlier on. Even that pose there, the posing seems very good. Like the poses seem natural. So whoever did the poses, you know, kudos to them, and the photography as well. Love that side profile, looks great. Even this here, like just the oversized boots. This could be like a bit of a sleeper. I'm hearing a lot of people saying they're, not a lot of people, but some people are talking if they buy the 4-pack, they're going to sell this one on, and I'd imagine that's going to happen. You're going to see on eBay and buy sell trade groups like just this version of the Joker with the not with this head sculpt, obviously, with the clown head sculpt, maybe up for just parted out. So what's this? This must be a picture. Is it a picture of Thomas Wayne or something like that? I think that's what it was. Yeah, we were looking at that earlier on. I wasn't sure what it was. Just the posing looks so natural. Yeah, Murray Franklin show. I'm really impressed by this. Even this one. The more I look at this, unfortunately, the more I want it. I think this is probably going to be out of my price range. But in terms of just like the movie's a piece of art, but these figures, they really are like, they're really putting, I suppose they're in art by name, art by nature. That's a great photo. That's a great photo. I'm curious about the base. I kind of want to see more photos of the base, because you see photos of like this and I can't really see what it's going to look like. I just want to see what it looks like, just like in a, you know, with just a white background. I want to see how big it is. Is some of it's a card? Does that come with one expression or two? I'm not sure. Just, I love the layering. See, look, if you look at the shirt, you get the shirt with all the details in the pattern, just the shirt alone. Then you get the pattern tie, the mustard waistcoat, the kind of this multicolor kind of like, I don't know, what's it, tartan type of a jacket underneath, the flower, the fake nose and everything. There's a lot of layers there, and it doesn't look bulky. It looks the way it did look in the movie. Got the duffel bag here. I think that looks deadly, but it would be lost on its own. Whereas if you had all four of them and you had all four displayed, and you had like art reflect, then this guy, then the bathroom dancing scene, and then the red suit version, you tell a story of this man's kind of downfall into madness. I know exactly what pose they're going for that. That's when I think, is that just before the cops see him and he starts running? Maybe I'm misremembering. Or is that just before he walks down the steps? I think that's one of the first times we see him. I just have this image in my head of him walking like that. Very impressive rooted hair. Let's take a look at this sculpt here. I think they've nailed that. I think this is better than the prototype images that I was looking at yesterday. This looks great. I know a third party did a version. I think Austin Nicholas has a third party of this. You know, one of the things I said yesterday, that because of the closed eyes in this, that limits the amount of poses. But here, like, just use your imagination, I suppose. I mean, the dancing pose is one way of posing, but this kind of like, he's broken, he's sitting there having a cigarette and he's kind of depressed or crying or something. That looks like an amazing pose as well. I'm very impressed by this. I thought it would be good. I didn't think they'd be this good in terms of like just the I think some of their best photography in terms of like the posing, the amount of photos, the photography itself, the choices of posing, the articulation. I suppose there's a lot. There's 4 different versions. They can do a lot. Like there, they're showing off the articulation here. I suppose the boots are so big, you could probably pose it like this without a stand. That's spot on. That is spot on. That is the photo, I think, of the Arthur Fleck version, the casual version, the civilian version. You know, the start of the movie. That's Joaquin Phoenix any day of the week. I would go as far as saying that's a 9 or a 10. That I'm really impressed by this. Excellent. But like this here, you can cover up mistakes with a bit of makeup as well, like, you know what I mean. But it looks exactly like the character from the movie. We're really splitting hairs here with this. I wonder, I haven't like seen any streams or anything like that. I haven't been online or read comments or anything, but I'm wondering, like, you know, what the complaints will be. And maybe there's stuff that I'm missing here. This is my first impressions of this, and that's a disadvantage of giving first impressions, really. Like I did see them on my phone earlier on, like just the photos on their their official Facebook page and on his Instagram and stuff like that. But this is my first look on a laptop when you can see him a lot clearer. I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this. Just wow. And here we are again. I don't know. The logical side of me says pass on this. Pass on both. But I have been after a Red Suit Joker since I saw the movie, really. I bought the M Toys one. I took a look at it, and just, it would look so out of place in the collection because the standard, the sculpt wasn't there, the tailoring, it would look out of place in my collection because there was a definite quality gap between the Hot Toys or any other stuff that I had in my collection at the time and then the M Toy version, so I ended up selling it on. So I mean, I suppose the logical side is saying, like, if you are going for this, if I was going for the 2-pack, but then I gotta say, I like this, everything here you'd want, really, everything from the movie. But then again, you know, I'm literally thinking out loud. The logical side kicks in and goes, how much did you love this movie? So I'm not sure yet. I can't rule it out. I can't rule either SKU out. I gotta see those prices. They could make the decision really, really easy for me. Probably out of my price range. That's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. Massive thank you to anyone who's taken any time to watch any of the videos, like any of the videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, join a live stream, leave a comment on the live stream, become a guest, ask me to guest on their live stream. We're at like 2,900, I think 32 subs, we're about like 38 subs, we're like 62 subs there away from the big 3,000. We got a giveaway as well. Oh yeah, massive shout out to the channel members who contribute to the channel on a monthly basis and help support the channel. Obviously it goes back into new displays like the stuff behind me. There's more to come. I'm looking at displays for vehicles and vehicles themselves. I do want to eventually upgrade the streaming camera to make it a bit more crystal clear and sharper, and I have ideas for lighting, like, so there's lots of ideas as well. So I massively do appreciate the troopers and the commanders, all the channel members. So look, that's it. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're in or out in any of these. Are you picking up none of them, or you're thinking about picking up the premium version or the deluxe version, the 2-pack, the 4-pack, or you'd like me kind of waiting and see the prices, because that's probably one of the biggest deciding factors. You can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.